if you can dodge the showers, or at least wait until Thursday, because trouble is brewing in the Atlantic. Not much cloud here in the UK that you can see, fair weather cloud, but this menacing massive cloud, this hook of cloud here, is tomorrow's area of low pressure, which will bring us all eventually some rain, potentially some windy weather too. Now we do have cloud with us right now, but it's mostly fair weather cloud, but as you can see, a rather cloudy view across southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, much of Wales, and also some cloud moving into the London region. And just look at the sky camera right now at the window, that looks quite threatening, and there will be one or two sharp showers around for South East England, East Anglia, generally Eastern England this afternoon. Not everywhere catching one, they will be fairly well scattered, some sunshine interspersed, and there could also be the odd shower I suppose across Wales and Northern Scotland, but predominantly a lot of dry and bright weather despite all the cloud. And certainly it's not stopping the temperatures from rising, 19 to 22 generally, but perhaps squeezing up to 25 as yesterday in eastern areas where we see the best of the sunshine. But sadly that sunshine fading across Northern Ireland this evening. In fact, it'll turn quite dull and damp by the end of the evening, some drizzly rain, which then overnight will turn more persistent, as you can see, as the winds start to strengthen. Some of that rain getting into western fringes of mainland Britain by the morning. In fact, it won't take long before the heavier rain sets here. Some prolonged and heavy rain, I think, through the morning, coupled with, well, near gale force winds potentially through the North Channel and around Irish sea coasts. And even though it'll start fairly bright in eastern areas, that's not going to last, because that rain will trundle its way eastwards. It may well start to peter out in southern areas, but here we could see some breaks in the cloud, and that will trigger some heavier outbreaks come the evening, even some thundery rain for a time. And it will be a slow progress, I think, to dry up and brighten up further west. So with all the wind, the cloud and the rain around tomorrow, it's not going to feel quite as warm as today. In fact, it'll feel fresher for most of us. But that warm and humid air, that thundery rain, could still be around in the southeast first thing Thursday and the Northern Isles before it then brightens up. And then I think Thursday's rain will arrive late in the day, probably Northern Ireland through the afternoon, and then western fringes of England, Wales and Scotland as we come towards the end of the day into the evening. So it does look like Thursday could see a window of drier, brighter weather, feeling pleasantly warm. But then by Friday, that rain has arrived across the rest of the country. So although starting off dry in the northeast and the east, it looks like we will have a band of heavier, more persistent rain pushing its way eastwards, coupled with strong winds. Eventually it'll brighten up in the west, but there will be a good deal of showers around, and it'll be a showery start to the weekend for most of us, and a very changeable picture